Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Nola in the building. RJ in the building. What's up, my brother?
Good, bro?
Welcome to the show.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yo, I just want to say real quick, we shot the freestyle before the interview. This man definitely, I almost said maybe. No, definitely has the longest On the Radar Radio solo freestyle. How long was it, Rob? Like 6, 7 minutes? 5.5 minutes?
Whew,
Yo.
it didn't feel like that. I was having fun for real, this shit.
And you did it over the Pound Cake beat, which is literally one of my favorite Drake songs.
Shout out Drake, for real. That was big for me. That was major for me.
That shit is like, bro, like I can't even fathom what just happened in this room. Like there was one point where you just started going crazy, and I was like, I made like the illest stank face. I'm like, oh nah, this boy, he got it.
I blacked out. That's what that was. I blacked out for real. When I'm in that moment, it just feel right. But yeah.
Are you like
cool.
do you when you were in the studio, do you like freestyle a lot of your stuff too? I feel like I gotta ask that.
Yeah,
now.
everything is freestyle, you know, everything. Like I barely write, but I'm not saying that in a bragging way, because I know a lot of guys will come up here and be like, I barely write. Like, you know, that's still an art. You know, J. Cole will sit and write a verse for 14 hours. You know, I think he said Deja Vu was like he sat and wrote that shit like for like 14 hours type shit. So, you know, there's definitely still an art. But for me, I just gotta say what's on my mind right there, or I'll lose it. Yeah, that's just what it is.
I feel that. Yeah, because that's a different answer than what I feel like a lot of like other rappers who come here. They're just like, oh, I just freestyle and that's it. But like to you,
right,
with you, it feels
cool, but you know.
Yeah, but it's like it's a little more than that for you. It just kind of it's like how you flow and shit.
And I
like
still
that.
write every now and then, because all of this shit started with poetry, my nigga. So
of course. And like, you know, when people listen to your music, obviously they'll probably think like, oh, you know, he does like, you know, melodies and things like that. But nah, you showed your versatility today. And I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah. See, at the end of the day, bro, I'm a ladies man. So when the melody started from there, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I started rapping. It started with poetry. But once I found out, like, me singing could really, like, get, you know, everybody really tuned in. Not only the guys, but the females too. I was like, you know, I'm going to just stick with that. You know, and I have, so.
Word. Yeah. And you know what, like you said for the lady. Is that why we started doing the melodic music? Because you got bars, bro. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? The ladies, it's cool. The melodic stuff is cool, but come on, we need some more. We need some records with you where you spit and. I know you got some crazy shit in the tuck.
And it's coming up. Like I got so many songs in the tuck. Like, you know, so much bars, so many. You know, and I study the greats. Like I really do.
Who were your influences growing up? Who are you studying the most?
Who I was studying the most. I probably was studying Drake the most, honestly. Yeah, for sure. If not Jay-Z, Nas, definitely Drake. But Nas is crazy, right? Nas will spit something and then spit the whole shit back, but it's crazy. Like, I don't know how he does it, but definitely Nas and a lot of Lauryn Hill. Like, she's dope. She's deep. For real. I like that deep, that soul. For real.
Lauryn Hill is incredible live, too. Have you ever gotten to see her live?
No, I never got to see her live.
I went to, like, the one and only Fuji show that they did at
What?
I'm sorry, Nadine. I'm sorry. She's so upset. I went to the one right because they canceled the whole tour, right? Yeah, I went to their like preview show for the Fuji's tour, and it was literally, don't get too excited. It was only like 40 minutes, but like I had never seen her live before, right?
How was that?
So like, well, first of all, like obviously like I love Lauryn Hill, but I was always like, yo, I wonder if she actually shows up late everywhere.
What is that a thing with her?
Yeah, it's like a thing with her, but it was kind of
Lauryn Hill.
Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Yo, do your thing. I ain't even mad at you, but like when I saw her for the first time live, like. I understood everything so much more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously I love her music, but seeing her live, I felt like was a different. It's, you know, like you see your favorite artist live for the first time, like you get a different understanding and appreciation for them. Yeah. So seeing her live, I don't know, it was different. But that's really cool that like you mentioned Lauryn Hill, because not a lot of guys come on here and mention Lauryn Hill as being like one of their.
That's like a part of my soul, you know. Like my mom, she told me this, but I knew it already. Like my mom said she used to listen to Zion when I was in her stomach. You feel what I'm saying? So. Like, that's just my shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Then a little later, I got put on to, like, Sade and shit like that, and I just really took that R&B lane, like, you know, that singy lane.
How did we first get started in the music? Like, what was your kind of, like, first entrance into, like, making music?
My pops, you feel me? Like, and I don't even want to speak on him because he's not in my life, but if we just being honest, like, you know, my pops, he made music and shit like that, and my mom always loved, like, literature, writing books. Like, she used to make me read the craziest shit, you feel what I'm saying? So I just fell in love with it, you know? He used to play, like, Eminem and Bone Thugs and Harmony, shit like that, and I just love that shit. I used to be a 5-year-old just rapping that shit word for word. So I just started, you know, taking it to my own hands and really just started writing and shit like that myself.
When did you first get in the studio? Like, who put you in the studio first?
Crazy that you asked me. I don't think nobody ever asked me that. OBG Bang Bang is the first person to put me in the studio. That's one of my guys in New Orleans. So yeah, I ain't start recording until I was like probably like 13. what I'm saying? Because I had started like recording videos of myself, like just singing and rapping and posting on Instagram. But one of them caught traction, like quick. I'm talking about like 200,000 views in just a couple days. So I'm saying, for me, that was crazy because I ain't never do no shit like that. So I'm like, man, I got to record this. I got to, but I ain't know what a fucking studio was. Like, I had no idea, but he reached out to me. This guy I'm telling y'all about, he reached out to me and he welcomed me and he showed me the ropes and we knocked that out. The song did like 2 million. And from there, I was like, oh, yeah, this lit. This is what I want to do, for real. Because I went back to school the next day, like, everybody, like, bro, you were everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I got an early taste of what that fame was like, and I was like, yeah,
You're like, this is, you're like, I love this.
This is fucking awesome.
All the girls came up to you at school, and you're like, yes, singing. We're going to do melodies.
What? Yeah, that was it for me. I was like, yeah, it's up from here, for real. So 13, recorded my first record, and nonstop, just been grinding.
And it was cool because right before this, you were telling, Boogie texted you, right?
Yeah.
And I was of course gonna bring this up anyway during the interview, but like y'all two have a.
Like he just texted me.
What'd he say?
He said, "Miss you too, gang." Blah 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 blah, some shit. Yeah.
We tried FaceTiming him, but what is interesting? I want to understand like the connection between you and Boogie. Like how did that happen? How did we?
My man's over there. That nigga, bro. He told me like. He just told me something that I really didn't even know yesterday, but he told me that since I was doing because remember I told you I was doing the videos of myself rapping and singing and shit like that, but since I've been doing that, like, Boogie been watching, and I had no idea, you see what I'm saying? Like, and growing up, I wasn't really too into like newer artists, you feel what I'm saying? Because I told you I used to listen to like the Lauryn Hills. I was only listening to what my moms and pops was listening to.
Right.
I wasn't listening to nobody else. But I was still making my freestyles, and one of my guys at school at the time was like, man, you heard of this artist, A Boogie? I'm like, nah, I ain't never heard of him, and they put me on, and I was like, man, this guy is fucking incredible. Like, I wanna follow the path of this guy, for real, you see what I'm saying? So I reached out to him, and he reached back, and ever since then, we just been rocking strong. Like, it's deeper than music, and I like those type of relationships. It's like a family, you know what I'm saying? Like, I met his family before, it's like type shit, so it's deep. That's my bro.
And you almost signed to him.
Yeah,
Highbridge, I'm assuming?
Yeah, what? Shout out Highbridge, for real. Yeah.
Shout out to Highbridge.
Yeah,
shout out Reek, shout out Wody, shout out Sosa, shout out all my guys over there. Shout out Don.
Sosa, shout out everybody, man. Shout out SB, shout out everybody. But
I gotta get Sosa on the phone later.
Yeah, facts, for real. I gotta call my guy. But yeah, that was just a couple years ago, for real. He was mentoring me, really, And remember I was telling y'all, like, I do all the I freestyle, I don't write, but I got that from him. Like, watching him record a song is like watching Kobe in the fourth. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's so much to study. So for years, like 2 years, he took me on the road with him, and I just studied him. I watched him perform. I watched him record. I watched how he handled himself in corporate meetings, and I just watched how he handled himself. And that's really how I became the artist that I am today, for real. So all homage to him. But for whatever the case may be, the signing didn't work out. But, man, everything happens for a reason. And like I said, to this day, that's still my brother. So it's
Word.
Good.
Shout out Boogie. So you did end up signing to another artist. You ended up signing Youngboy.
Yeah.
Shout out Youngboy.
Yeah, shout out Youngboy, the greatest.
How did y'all link up for that?
Fee Banks. So Fee Banks is well known in my city. He's my manager now, but we had been working for some time, and what we thought would just connect is if I got like, just that big impact, especially coming from Louisiana, NBA Youngboy is from Louisiana and shit. So, but yeah, I met him before when I was younger, before I really even popped. I met him, cool guy, but same situation. Like, I found out recently, he had been watching me since I was, doing the videos on Instagram and shit like that. And one day Fee called me. And I had already signed the fee and everything. Like, I got my deal and everything, but I was at work. I had a job. Like, I was working at the gas station. You feel what I'm saying? So he called me while I was at work, like, man, NBA Youngboy want to meet you. Like, we leaving tomorrow. I'm like, nigga, what? I'm at work. My nigga, like, you see what I'm saying? I had to duck out to the bathroom to talk to this man. Like, that's what's at work. But I was like, fuck it. I went out there. We linked up, and just off the bat, he just fucked with me, and I fucked with him. Like, he's just such a genuine person. Like, you know what I mean? And that's been smooth sailing ever since.
Word, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And you were on the compilation tape and all that good stuff.
Yeah, they showing mad love over there. Shout out Youngboy, shout out Montana, everybody. Yeah.
Did Youngboy give you any, like, I feel like the one thing I would always want to pick Youngboy's brain about is just like his success with YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's got like the key to like how to win on YouTube and how to make the most bread you can off YouTube.
You know what the key is? Consistency.
Of course.
What? That's his biggest thing. And a lot of people are scared to be consistent just because, you know, they're very particular with their art. And I understand that. But him, it's just all about, you know, whatever he say is his art. You know, he gonna say what he gonna say and he gonna put it out. And that's him. And that's why people grasp to it so much. That's why people love it so much. It's consistent. It's raw. It's him.
Word. That's dope. Key. That's dope. So, man, you have some great mentors in this game, man.
What? Like,
you got some great mentors.
Yeah, I'm in a great position, you know, and I'm blessed for real and thankful for real. Like, I'm so thankful.
Also, our guy right here, he gave me a little tasty tidbit about you, right? Nothing crazy, but he told me that hold on, I actually wrote it down. He said that when you used to rap and sing in your school bathroom.
It was the locker room. Facts.
The locker room, okay. Yeah. What was it? The acoustics in there? There was.
Nah, I was just trying to get away from the teachers. For real, that's all that was about. And I didn't want to go in the bathroom, niggas peeing shit, and I'm in there freestyling. So it was all about just getting away from the teachers. You know, we would be in PE, we run labs, play basketball, whatever. And you know, the coach didn't really like coming in the locker room with all the boys changing and shit. So I just used that opportunity. And he wrote me up a couple times for doing that. And look where I am now. So I definitely ride past him in my new Audi every time I'm in the city. For real, I gotta make sure he know. Like,
do you have a younger sibling that goes to the school maybe?
Nah, I do have a younger sibling, but he's not in high school yet.
Okay. But one day you will be able to go pick him up from the school.
What?
And by then you won't have an Audi, you'll have like a Maybach or something.
I can't wait. I'm gonna have a Tonka truck for real. I can't wait, for real.
Nah, that's bad funny. So with going to the music, right? So the last single you dropped was in December, right? We're in 2022. You haven't dropped any music. So what's going on? What we working on right now?
I'm working on this mixtape, for real. Like, this is something I've been working on for a while. And I found, you know, for a while I was just working with, you know, random producers and that shit's cool, but I had to hone in and really find somebody who could help me find my sound. Like, you know, because I'm so versatile, and that's cool, but, you know, I wanted to get with some guys who could find my sound. You know, I found a couple producers, shout out Number One, and we locked in. Like, we've been recording these last couple of months in a shed, inside of a shed with a mic and facts. That's it. And that's the whole mixtape, for real.
In a shed?
In a shed. And I've been going crazy. I think it's like 14 records. Got like 3 features, but everybody heard it. It's crazy. It's going to be one of the best to drop. Like, I'm about to shock a lot of niggas.
Who we got on the project? You give us one person?
That's
my shit now. Ask yo, let me get one person on the project. Just give me one.
Damn, who's a good one? Bino, who's a guy who's local in my city, but he's fire. Like, and I can't wait for the world to hear him. For real,
so you also helping putting on the next people in your city.
Yeah, what?
That's dope.
Yes, indeed. You know, but we still work. Like, it's not complete yet, so we still working. We still trying to get features and placements. You know, hopefully I could get YB on it. Hopefully I could get A Boogie on it. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a dream of mine.
Word. And when can people expect that by?
March. No later than March.
No later than March. So it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah.
Real soon. What's the name of it again?
Number One.
Number One.
Number One.
You got the one on your hat here too.
Yeah, everything. We going Number One.
That's fine, and the branding is just on point.
Appreciate it.
Wait, so you bought this hat at like an LA store, and it just had that one on it? You got that put on after?
Bro, I manifest everything that I do on accident.
Deadass. Like, I'm really curious.
I really manifest. I was in LA. When was this? Oh my God, like 8 months ago. 9-10 months ago, and I copped this hat for real. I was just like, man, this shit is dope. I think it got roses and shit.
Yeah, it got roses on it. And it got like the world champion 2 times on it. Yeah.
I was like, man, this shit dope. And I actually never wore the hat before, maybe once. But I figured today was the perfect time. Throw my little shit on it for me.
That's fire. Well, I'm excited for the tape, and I'm excited for people to see this freestyle when we drop it tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in for that.
Yeah. What camera is it? This one?
This is your camera. That's my camera. So that's why I keep pointing that one.
In, for real, it's a movie.
But before we sign off here, anything else you want to let the people know? Anything else that they got to know about?
I got a lot of work coming, man. We dropping a lot of mixtapes this year, more than enough. So we're gonna keep feeding y'all. We working. I just want y'all to pay attention and be patient with me. But we got some good things coming up. Shout out everybody who's been helping me so far. You know, shout out Cupid, shout out Mo, shout out Boogie, shout out the whole NBA, man. Shout out everybody. We going crazy this year. On the radar, I appreciate y'all for having me.
Word, I appreciate you for being here, my brother. Yeah. Let the people know where they can follow you or anything else right here, this camera.
I bet. You can follow me on Instagram at RJAE, RAP. That's RJ Rap. Same handle, Twitter, same handle. TikTok, I think TikTok is RJAE, RAP. And I'm going crazy on TikTok.
Yeah, I know. You've been posting a lot lately, too. My man's been going
TikTok
crazy.
is my shit now, for real.
So make sure you go follow him. Go run up the records he's got out now.
Yeah.
The one, number one? The one.
Number One.
Number One.
Number One.
The mixtape coming in March. So make sure y'all tune into that. Bunch of features on there. A lot more to come. This man is extremely talented. So make sure you keep your eyes on him because he's definitely going to be one of the ones to watch this year.
Appreciate it.
Check that freestyle out tomorrow. He went on for like 5-6 minutes. It's crazy. I appreciate you, bro. RJ on the radar.
Appreciate it, bro.
Boom.